Good morning, everybody. Nicodemus Kane here once again. It is October the 27th, 2021. Slowly but surely closing in on that pagan ritual Halloween. Day after that, the Day of the Dead, November 1st, 11-1 number, by the way. Yeah, I'm starting to see way too many posts about people dressing their children up, and if people would just understand that October and especially Halloween is the number one time for children to be kidnapped, abducted, probably sacrificed. We wouldn't be celebrating pagan rituals, but it is what it is. But we're not here for that. I could go on a whole rant on that. I'm not going to. We're doing Psalm 37 though. Psalm of David. This one is kind of long, so we will get through it. All right. If my nose holds out, my nose is starting to act up a little bit. We'll see what we do. This will probably be a little nasally. All right. Psalm 37. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good. So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Rest in the Lord, and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prepareth. No, excuse me, sorry. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Cease from anger, and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil, for evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. For yet for a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, and he seeth that his day is coming. The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow, and cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. A little that is... sorry. Again. Let me collect myself. Wow. All right. 16, verse 16. A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholdeth the righteous. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time. In the days of famine they shall be satisfied. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of the lambs. They shall consume, and to smoke shall they consume away. The wicked borroweth, and payeth not again, but the righteous showeth mercy, and giveth. For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and they that be cursed of him shall be cut off. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. I have been young, and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. He is ever merciful and lendeth, and his seed is blessed. Depart from evil and do good, and dwell for evermore. For the Lord loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. The righteous shall inherit the land, and dwell therein forever. The mouth of the righteous speak wisdom, and his tongue taketh of judgment. The law of his God is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. The wicked watcheth the righteous, and seeketh to slay him. The Lord will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged. Wait on the Lord, and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. I have seen the wicked in great power, and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found. Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. But the transgressors shall be destroyed together. The end of the wicked shall be cut off. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble. And the Lord shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them, because they trust in him. Amen. I don't know why that was so hard to get through. This one was one that I have underlined. This is the one that I had the page bent over. I need to get some page markers for my Bible. Get my highlighters out. I always said that when I really start going back through the Bible, my Bible, and reading it again, I want to start highlighting certain things so that I have them. Give me 1 second here. Good old Dead Space. Gotta love that. Had to blow my nose though. I think most of my problem was just that as I was reading this, I could feel my nose building up on me. All right. This could be word for word a sermon given to us by Christ. I mean, just the whole thing from front to back. You will find so many different things inside of this one that, as I was reading it, I was just like, that sticks out. That's a thing. That's a thing. Trust in what? Wait, where was the first one? Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. Fret not thyself of evildoers. Fear not. Have no fear. Do not fear. You see a lot of those memes that say that it says "do not fear" 365 times in the Bible. I don't know if that's true or not, but I know that that's one of the many things that I have always tried to put out there, is that we do not have to live in fear of what's going on, because that's fear is a tool, and what's the line? Somebody else had said it. Fear is the tool and something of the devil. It's what he uses against us every day. Can't remember who said that. I may have said it. Hell, I don't even remember. This whole world has become a land of fear, just to constantly get us to worry about every little thing. And we don't have to worry. What was the other? I can see if I can find it. It was right in here too. There, trust in the Lord and do good. So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Trust in the Lord, and you shall be fed. Um, Constantly reminds me. Consider the ravens, for they don't worry about where their food comes. They will be fed. At least I think that's a line. I'm pretty sure that's a line. I could be wrong on that, but it was enough that they said that it was that don't worry, trust the Father. He will show you where to go. He will show you what to do. He will show you how to get what you need. Don't fear losing these things. Trust, faith. You had faith of a mustard seed, you'd be able to move mountains. Consider that. If you had enough faith to be able to move a mountain, you'd have enough faith to be able to find bread, be able to find food to get you through. If you had enough faith to move a mountain, you'd have enough faith to be able to know that your body can go for 40 days without food, if not more. Something to consider. Uh, Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Speak, and ye shall receive. Before that, I forgot one. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and wither as a green herb, which is similar to the parable of the wheat and the chaff. That they will all be cut down and harvested. The wheat shall be separated from the chaff, from the tares, I guess you could say. I guess that was. I got that one wrong. That's all right. Keep going. Nobody will notice. Um, Commit thy way unto the Lord. Trust in Him. Trust also in Him, and He shall bring it to pass. Same concept. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for Him, because the Father is our rest. He is our peace at the end of all this. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Do not worry, do not fear those that are trying to get you. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do. Seek from anger and forsake wrath. Forgive. Forgiveness is hard. I I had a hard time forgiving several people when this whole thing when I when I was saved, I had a hard time forgiving. And I still probably have issues with hate and anger. I mean, we all do at this point. It's you know, how can you not be angry at what's going on about the people that are pushing this upon us? And I've actually said several times, there's a time for love and there's a time for hate. And I think that we are allowed some bit of it, but we should not let it govern our lives. We should be able to ask the Father for mercy first and to push out those that are trying to do evil on us and have the faith that He will do that for us. For either evildoers shall be cut off. Those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. It even says down here, but the meek shall inherit the earth. Shall delight themselves in the abundance. It's almost like the entirety of what Christ tried to teach us, all wrapped up into one simple little psalm. Psalm 37, 37, 777. Isn't that the number of completeness? I think it's what it is, because seven is a number of completeness. Triple seven is complete completeness. Holy smokes! it's, it's early. It's early, and I'm already stumbling all over myself. But yeah, who said there's not some kind of numerical coding going on in the Bible? Which I know there is too. I absolutely believe that the whole Bible code thing that everybody talks about. I am a firm believer that's the thing, because it's a little too. I don't want to say coincidental, because I don't really believe in coincidences anymore, but it's a little too on point to not be a thing. I think that this world is run by numbers, not just the bad numbers, not just the numbers that man has taken and perverted, which is basically what it is. Every number, everything given from the Father is good, um, but man has taken it and twisted it for their own desires and needs. I've already said that 33 is not, it's not a bad number. It's just when they use it, it's a bad number. Um, I think the only really bad number, and even that's not bad, because the 666 is a number of a man. It's the following of the number of the man. It's the following of man over God that is bad. Because 666 is the number of a man. That's the inside of the genetic code. 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. There was something else that somebody was saying that it follows inside of the DNA as well. Cannot remember what it was. I just heard it the other day in passing, and it didn't really register for me. I have to go find that again. And then there's one other way that the sixes follow man around, which is what it is. It's not so much that it's the devil's number. It's man's number. Everything that man creates has the number attached to it. And especially everything that man creates when it comes to all the things that God has shown us that we should not follow. It's that line, you cannot follow God and follow mammon, which people say was money. Everything that has to do with money is a 666. Everything that's come out over the past, I don't know, 100 years, maybe more, can be attributed to it in some way, shape, or form. From computers to money to uh, vaccines to some of the other stuff. Technology, just technology as a whole. I don't know how many I've gone over it several times. Oh, to the way that our Earth works, to the way that they say that the world works. This spinning ball of nothingness. And I say that sarcastically because there is no spinning ball of nothingness. To all the calculations of that, there was something else I heard the other day too. That oh man, I wish I could remember what it was. Some new number that I had never heard before. And somebody had said, "Look, this equals up to this too." What was it? Oh man, where was it? I wrote it down. At least I think I wrote it down. Could be wrong. Was it? Oh yeah. So the new thing is that jets don't use fuel. I don't know if anybody's heard this one or not. Because once you get a jet up to speed, it the turbines power themselves because of sound vibrations. Something similar to the way that bees fly. It's like something inside the bee creates this tone and allows it to fly in a straight line. And bees fly in a perfectly straight line too, which is crazy. Um, but it's similar to that, to where if you can get an airplane up high enough where the especially at that 30,000 foot range where the air is perfect to be able to flip a turbine and it just runs and it won't stop on its own. It doesn't use fuel, let's put it that way, because you can't hide the amount of fuel that they say that the wings of a jet have. That you can't store enough of that inside the wings is what it is. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or saying that right. Um, and it's out there. You can go check that out. It's but they say a jet can take such and such amount of fuel, and they hide it all in the wings. Um, so that if there's ever a wreck, the wings will pop off, and you won't have a massive fireball of a passenger cabin. But the wings cannot hold as much fuel as they say is in there. So the theory is jets do not burn jet fuel. They have to burn enough fuel to get them up in the air, but once they're up in the air, those turbines start working for themselves. It's like perpetual energy. It's just and they fly in perfectly straight lines until you know they get to a point where they have to start maneuvering back down to be able to get around. That's why that's why just about every flight you ever take is a straight line. Why whenever they show you that if you go from, let's just say you go from Indiana to Florida, it's a straight line shot. Whenever you fly from Australia to, I don't know, South America or whatever it is, and you have to make that weird, or no, what was the one? South America or Australia to California. They make that weird loop up over Alaska, and then they come back down. But on a flat Earth map, it's a straight line. All flights take that perfectly straight line. It's because jets don't use fuel. I'm not going to say it's a real thing or not. After everything else that they've lied to us about, why not? Anyways, I went off on a tangent and a half. Uh, jet fuel. 1 gallon of jet fuel weighs 6.6 pounds. 6.66 pounds is what it was. I ain't lying either. Go look that up. How much does a gallon of jet fuel weigh? Go blow your mind. Seriously, go blow your mind. 6.66 gallons. Or 6.66 pounds is what they say. Like a regular gallon of gasoline that you put in your car is like, what did they say? 8.37, I think it's what it was. I don't remember. Some number that's not a number, that you're just like, oh, okay, that's cool, 8 point whatever, that's fine with me. That's cool, but it's like for whatever reason, jet fuel is 6.66 pounds per gallon. What is that? What is that garbage? You know, I don't know. I went off on such a tangent. I really don't have time to talk about the rest of it. There's a couple other ones I could do really quick. The wicked borroweth and payeth not again, but the righteous show mercy, giveth, of course, showing mercy upon those that need it. Uh, the Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. The meek shall inherit the earth. There's another one of those. The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Their sword shall enter into their own heart, their bows shall be broken. It's again, it's another one of those. The evil ones, all they want to do is hurt anyone and everyone that is not their own. I I seem to I seem to talk about that a lot, and that is because I want to point out constantly that you shouldn't be giving them as much trust as we do. I mean, we are allowed, or we are told that we are supposed to have mercy and patience with everyone, and that's fine. But the the word warns us constantly, and if it constantly warns us, then there's got to be a point where we got to stop and think, hey, maybe we should be more cautious. Doesn't mean that we're not supposed to pray for them. Doesn't mean that we're not supposed to just immediately toss them out. But I think there's enough warning there that we can be cautious about it. I don't know. That's just me. Just it is what it is. Um, righteous shall inherit the land and dwelleth therein forever. The mouth of the righteous speak wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. The law of the God is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. And I will write the law. I will write my word in their minds and in their hearts. Cannot remember the rest of that verse, but that's similar to it. Wait on the Lord and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. I have seen the wicked in great power, which is where we are right now, and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, because he does not inherit the second life. Lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, and he could not be found. Okay. Well, I unfortunately have to get to work. It is time. It is time. So, thank you guys for listening to this old man rabble on. What's the old guy's name that sits in the chair? Is it Vernon Coleman? Is that his name? I can't remember his name. Um, I just saw a video he posted the other day where he he does his normal thing. He's British and he's very he's calm and cool. He reads off of his notepad what he wanted to write. He's always been really calm, really cool, and gives out just a plethora of good information. I always love listening to him. Um, but the other day, he was reading off. He was reading off newspaper articles of, or just articles. Can't say newspaper anymore because newspapers don't really exist anymore. But printed articles about people that have had problems with the shots with that which I cannot mention on YouTube because they'll block my either block my video or take down my channel, one or the other. I'm on my second strike now, by the way. um, but he was going through a whole list of them. Had to have been 20 of them or so. It skipped a lot of them. And first time I've ever seen it, he broke down and cried. And then at the very end of it, he was like, "Fuck you." Pardon my language, but I'm it is what it is, man. He just like, screw you guys and everything you stand for. He had finally had enough, and you know it's bad. You know it's bad when a guy like that, who has always been calm, cool, and collected, whenever he has to just say it. He has to just say what he's feeling. It's just he's so over it. A lot of us are over it, and I don't know if he's a praying man or not. I don't know what his background actually is, but I know we're all feeling that way. And it's like the passage said is try not to live in anger. There is a time for love, there's a time for hate, there's a time for peace, and there's a time for war. Uh, Father tells us when that time comes, and just don't let it consume you. Like everything else in this world, just do not let it consume you. Trust that trust that He'll get us through this. He will find a way to get us through this. So with that being said, I gotta burn 30 seconds, man. I'm not stopping on 33 minutes. You kiss my butt on it. It's not a bad number. It's just that they took it and twisted it. That's all it is. Thank you guys for listening though. God bless everyone. Um it's it's getting rough out there and it's getting rougher. We have to protect the children. I mean that's just all there is to it. I My granddaughter's 3. We're we're getting close. Yeah, we're getting close. So there's going to be a point to where good men are going to have to do bad things just to be able to protect their families. And can't say that can't say that I'm not going to be sorry whenever that whenever that starts happening. All right, you guys take care. Yeah, there were so many other things I wanted to talk about, but oh well. I gotta go to work. I'm already 4 minutes in. I am actually working now as we speak. I gotta get off here, guys. I'll talk to you later. Love you all. Take care. Read your Bibles. Bye.